Alright guys, so we are back in the garden again trying to harvest some holy basil. Overgrown, just like the Pad Chow, but you gotta get done. Trying to separate the dried to fresh. Probably going to be using some fresh today for some Pad Kra Pao, and drying the rest for some teas and just to try to preserve them for the future. So just gonna come along with me on this little cut down of this holy basil, and I'm gonna go to the kitchen, separate it out, and I'm gonna make some Pad Kra Pao. I'm always gonna struggle to pronounce that, but let's get this done. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my god, wow, amazing. Sometimes you don't realize how good the herb smells until you start the harvest and you get the harvest going. You see it every single day, but the moment you start to cut it down, you start to really smell the fragrance of the herb. So I thought I'd make some Pad Kra Pao. I have holy basil. A lot of the time, Thai basil is being used because it's kind of hard to find holy basil unless you grow it. So I happen to love growing holy basil, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to harvest done and get this holy basil harvested. And look at that, that's a decent harvest, and that's come off of 1, 2, 4, 6, so not a bad amount. Got 6 plants plus this, so 12, and you doubled it up, so probably a little bit more, but still I'm pretty happy with that. And look at the cilantro is growing pretty good too. So plan is to keep this growing like I was doing the holy basil. Once it starts to get a little bit too large for this section, move it over here, give it some more space, and we'll get it going. It's pretty good so far. Alright, so we're gonna go to the kitchen, separate this out, and start cooking. Alright, so game plan. I'm separating all the leaves that I want to use tonight into here. Everything that I'm going to be leaving for later, staying in here. Simple. And we're not going to need that many leaves for this meal. But here's the lowdown. Look, we've got some ground beef, garlic, red chili. We will slice these up, and then we'll add that into some oil. Oh, I love the smell. This smells so good. And I'm also, in this situation, I'm thinking about, let me find the freshest leaves. Is that enough? I think we're getting to a point now, after 2.5 stems, that we've gotten ourselves enough holy basil. So I'll probably give these a light wash before I add them into the Pad Kra Pao as well, because they've been in the tent for quite a while. I'm using that amount, which is about 2 handfuls. And the rest of it we'll leave there for now, and we'll finish that later. I think with this we're just going to be estimating how many red chilies we're going to use. I'm not going to overthink it, but what I will do is start to get the... Also guys, I've got some rice pretty much already cooked, so really we're just going to be worrying about cooking the ground beef. A little bit more though. So looking at that might be just about enough red chilies. Alright, so 6 cloves of garlic for now. We may end up adding a little bit more, but I think I'll do for now. I think the pan was a little wet before I started. Don't do that at home, folks. Don't leave it wet. I don't like that one. I swear the worst thing about garlic is peeling the garlic. It's just like my dreaded, let me just waste 10 minutes on this. Finally. Does that ever happen to anyone else as well? You just get that stubborn garlic, or do you just no nonsense smash them down? Sometimes I'm trying to be too particular with it, and I'm trying to get them nice and whole like these ones, but sometimes you just can't. Use one more because that one doesn't look in the best of condition. So this is what we're dealing with here. Alright, so I'm going to, instead of using mortar and pestle, I'm just going to grater them very finely into the oil. Get that going again. Tonight I'm not really trying to be anyway picky with it, just trying to get the ingredients into the pan. Sometimes it's like that. Gotta get the ingredients into the pan, and it's late night. I'm just trying to get something to eat. So in this situation, we're just trying to get this garlic in here. No nonsense. This is going to be a tougher one. Sometimes you really just want to make sure you get the flavors in there. So if I get some bigger chunks instead of it always being completely ground down, it's okay. Probably shouldn't burn the garlic, but we're doing this, we're making it work.